So we're going to start with one completed motif, which is going to be A. Then we're going to join motif B here, motif C here, and motif D here. So I'm on motif B, which I'm going to join to motif A, and I've already started part of the 6th round, i.e. the last round, and what I'm going to do is just work out where I'm joining. So I'm going to be joining along this edge of this motif A, which means I've got to join 2 corners and 1 side. So I'm going to complete as much of round 6 on this motif as I can, which means 2 corners and 2 sides. I think you don't have to do that, it's just easier to manage the more you've got done of this, the motif you're actually joining. So this part is just exactly the same as per round 6 without the join. Now I'm coming to the first corner where I'm going to join. So I'm going to join this corner onto there. So normally it's a single crochet, chain 4, single crochet. So that is the normal corner for the last round. But I want to join that halfway. Once I've made it halfway, I want to join it onto there. So I'm going to do chain 2, which is half of 4, and I'm going to slip stitch into this corner. So I'm literally going to put my hook into the chain 5 space of that corner, and then I'm going to slip stitch. So you don't want to make the stitches too tight, because you do need to work into that again at some point. Now I'm going to finish off this corner with a chain 2. I'm going to single crochet back into the corner space of motif B. So here you can see motif B is joined to motif A along the corner. If we put it up the way we had initially, it would look like this. And I'm going to join all along this edge. So if you remember, the pattern is chain 5, so I'm going to chain 2. And then I'm going to slip stitch into the adjacent chain 5 space, which is the first chain 5 space on motif A. I'm going to slip stitch into there, and then I'm going to chain 2 to finish off this chain 5 space. Then I'm going to continue in pattern on motif B, so I'm going to single crochet into the space. I'm going to single crochet into this single crochet, and then I'm going to single crochet into the next space on motif B. Now I've got another chain 5 join, so it's chain 2, slip stitch into this adjacent chain 5 space, and then chain 2. So I've made the join there. And then I'm going to revert back to the round 6 as per the pattern, i.e. single crochet into the chain 1 space, single crochet into the single crochet, single crochet into the next chain 1 space, and now I need to make another chain 5 join, which is chain 2, slip stitch into the adjacent chain 5 space, and then another chain 2. And then I'm going to jump into this corner with a single crochet as per the pattern. Let's just have a quick look how this looks now. Looks quite good. Now we're going to finish off this corner with a join, chain 2, slip stitch into this corner from motif A, chain 2, and single crochet back into the corner of motif B. So let's just have a quick look how this is doing. Pretty good. We've got all our chain 5 joins, which gives it this nice kind of mesh look, and we've got our joins in our corner. Now we're ready to finish off the rest of motif B as per the pattern, which is chain 5, single crochet in the chain 1 space, single crochet in the single crochet, single crochet in the next chain 1 space, chain 5, single crochet in the next space, single crochet in the single crochet, single crochet in the next space, and then chain 5, and finish off with a slip stitch into the first single crochet of the round. Then we can fasten that off and pull that loop through. So next up we're going to join motif C, which we're joining here, and that's going to be joined along the top of motif A, so it's going to be joined at 2 corners and 1 side. And the difference with this one is it's also going to be joined in this corner where motif A and B are joined. So it's joined by, we joined that with motif B, we joined it with a slip stitch, and if you sort of manipulate your slip stitch, you can see the legs of the slip stitch, and that's what you're going to be working into, the legs of the slip stitch. So for motif C, we're going to start in the same way as motif B. So I've made, because I'm joining along here, I've made a corner, I've made 2 complete corners and 2 complete sides, and I've only done, I haven't done a full corner yet for this 3rd corner because it's going to be joined to motif A. So remember, a corner join is single crochet in the corner, chain 2, and then slip stitch into the desired corner where you want to join it to, chain 2, and slip stitch back into motif C, single crochet back into the corner of motif C. And now we're going to do a chain 5 join, which is a chain 2, slip stitch into the adjacent, so if you turn it up this way, it's a bit easier to see, the adjacent chain 5 space for this motif would be this first one here. So we've done a chain 2, we're going to slip stitch into that chain 5 space of motif A, then we're going to chain 2, then we're going to jump to this chain 1 space and single crochet in the single crochet, a single crochet in the chain 1 space, another chain 5 join, which is chain 2, slip stitch into the next chain 5 space of this motif A, chain 2, single crochet in the next chain 1 space of motif C, single crochet into the next single crochet, single crochet into the next chain 1 space, chain 2, I'm going to make another chain 5 join here, chain 2, single crochet in the next chain 5 space of motif A, and chain 2. Don't make the slip stitches too tight, because we want, if you make them too tight, the fabric won't lie flat. You almost want it to be a bit like binding a book. There needs to be room for everything to lie nice and flat. Or you won't want it too loose because it looks messy, so you need to find the right, not too tight and not too loose. Now I'm going to do another corner join, so single crochet into the corner of motif C, chain 2, and then we need to take a look here at where these motifs A and B join with the slip stitch. So we've got the slip stitch here, and if you look, you can see these are the legs of that slip stitch. So we need to work through those legs from right to left like that, and then we slip stitch into there, then we chain 2, then we single crochet back into that corner space of motif C. So let's have a quick look how that looks. Pretty nice. We've got now 3 corners converging, and we've gone back into, we've slip stitched back into the very first slip stitch we made. And actually when you make this fourth motif, the slip stitch will also go into that exact same slip stitch again, and that's what keeps everything looking neat and coming to a singular point. Now we're going to do the rest of this round, which is chain 5, no joins now, just as in pattern, single crochet in the chain 1 space, single crochet in the single crochet, single crochet in the chain 1 space, and chain 5, single crochet in the chain 1 space, single crochet, single crochet in the chain 1 space, chain 5, 1 2 3 4 5, join with a slip stitch in the first single crochet, fasten off, and there we have it. We have got this third motif joined, motif A, B, C. We're ready for motif D. So motif C is slightly different because we're joining it here, so it's got more points of contact with these other motifs. So I'm joining it in on 2 sides and also at 3 corners, one of which is a corner that's already shared by 3 other motifs. So with this one, I'm only going to make 1 corner and 1 full side because the rest need to be joined. So I'm going to follow the pattern for that, and I'll meet you back here in a minute. So I've come up to this second corner. I'm going to single crochet into the corner space because I'm going to join the next corner to this corner up here of motif C. I'll just turn that, position that so that I can see what I'm doing. So I've single crocheted, so this corner join is the same as these ones we've already done. Chain 2, slip stitch into this corner space, and then chain 2, and then single crochet back into the corner of motif D, chain 2, because we're going to do a chain 5 join, which as you know by now is chain 2, slip stitch into the adjacent chain 5 on motif D, first one, chain 2, and back into motif D in the first chain 1 space, single crochet in the single crochet, single crochet in the chain 1 space, chain 5 join, which is a chain 2, slip stitch into this next chain 5 space, chain 2, and then into the motif we're working on, single crochet back into the chain 1 space, single crochet into the single crochet, single crochet into the chain 1 space, and another chain 5 join, which is chain 2. Third chain is represented by a slip stitch, 4th and 5th are normal chains, single crochet into the corner. So it should look something like this. We've got a lot of tail ends making it look a bit messy, but hopefully you can see the general gist there. Now I'm going to do a corner join. So start off with I've already run a single crochet in that corner, chain 2, and I'm going to slip stitch back into that, the very first slip stitch that I made, which is by now it's got, this is the one we slip stitched around, you can see it moving around in there freely. that is the first slip stitch we made. It looks like a little ring now. And then this was the third motif we joined. This is a slip stitch from the third motif. So you want to go back into that very first slip stitch. It's already got 2 other things in there. And as I said before, this is really what keeps this joining look super neat. Chain 2, single crochet back into motif D. So let's have a quick look at that. So that looks pretty good. And we've got the start of this round, which is a bit of a visual distraction. Once it's sewn in, it's fine. But here you can see that looks pretty good with all 4 motifs joining in the middle. Now I'm going to continue making this side of motif D and at the same time joining it to motif B. Chain 2, slip stitch into chain 5 of motif B, chain 2, single crochet into the next chain 1 space of motif D, single crochet and single crochet, single crochet, make another chain 5 join, 2 double crochet, slip stitch, 2 double crochet, single crochet into the chain 1 space, single crochet into the single crochet, single crochet into the chain 1 space, another chain 5 join. Now we're going to do the last corner join, single crochet into the corner of motif D, chain 2, slip stitch into the corner of motif B, chain 2, single crochet into motif D, back in that corner. Now just going to finish off this last side, chain 5, single crochet in the chain 1 space, single crochet in the single crochet, single crochet in the chain 1 space, chain 5, single crochet in the chain 1 space, single crochet in the chain 1 space, in a single crochet, single crochet in the chain 1 space, chain 5. Join with the slip stitch into your first single crochet and fasten off. So this is what it should look like after we've joined the 4 motifs. So I'm going to wash and block this now because it really does make quite a big difference. That's why these kind of motifs very often work much better with cotton or natural yarns, because there is some stitch memory. With acrylics, unless you relax the yarn, you're never really going to get the same effect. So here I've got a section here that I've done as a 3x3. I haven't thrown the ends in yet, and it's also got a bit of a border on it, this one. And here are the pieces I did in this joining video. I've added a couple more motifs to make it 3x4, and I've also added a border. This has been washed and blocked, and you can see it really opens up the stitch pattern. And this is actually being used as a sort of like a hot pad or placemat on my kitchen table.